it doesn't create enough, so we're taking a resolution forward in this fall on the Codex issues and that to stop some of that.
All right. Well, Diane, we really appreciate you joining us, and you're a great guest. I want to have you back up for a full hour in the future. We're sorry for moving you earlier. I have CPS trying to kidnap one of my employees' daughters for absolutely no reason, strip searching her, everything. It's total insanity. But how do we help this little boy? Or I guess there's nothing we can do. They just hopefully the parents can hide him before the kidnappers get him.
All right. Well, the biggest thing, I think, is that this case is so constitutional that there should be appeals going in amicus briefs and whatever, and the attorney's law firm taking this case that took the case is a very small law firm with 2 attorneys. The lead attorney on it is Calvin Johnson, the one that did the farmer case with me 15 years ago. So if you can support that law firm so that they can get another person on this case full-time, then we can really take it all the way where it's supposed to go. And
sure. I mean, I ran into precedent just last night in Texas. There was a state court in the case of this little girl. And in fact, I was Googling Fight CPS and found that article. I've had so many guests on, I forget them all, last night, and I can't find it, guys. Type Corpus Christi girl doesn't want chemo. Okay. And that should pull her up because I want to show people on screen. Yeah, and the thing is, she won her case. When I had her on like a year and a half ago, she was battling, and she was fine. And then they gave her the chemo, and it almost killed her. They kidnapped her, gave her chemo, they got an injunction, got her back, and now it's a year and a half later, and she's doing better. Her hair grew back, but they're still hell-bent on going back to court trying to get her. So folks can go to nationalhealthfreedom.org. No, that's not it. 12-year-old with cancer taken from her parents. Yeah, Corpus Christi girl.
Okay.
I don't know. That's it. Well, I'll try. It's in my stack. I'll try to dig it out.
We had Billy Best at the trial, but the judge wouldn't let him testify. He ran away from chemotherapy and did the 714X with gestone naissance in Canada, and he's fine today, and it was 10 years ago.
Oh, tell folks that story briefly then.
Yeah, Billy Best is a teenager that ran away from chemotherapy. He wrote a book, The Boy Who Ran Away from Chemotherapy. He was at the trial the other day. He's a Native American, and they tried to force chemotherapy, and his father eventually found him and got him across the border into Canada, and he went to the 714X gestone naissance clinic and got well, and now is promoting his book and speaking, and the judge would not let him testify.
Total filth.
It was irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant. What was the treatments they gave him that were successful?
714X is an immune treatment customized for cancer in Canada.
Wow, but of course we can't have that.
Right. All over the world they're using 714X, and we can't have it, right. And then when Billy came back to the United States and he wanted to get his 714X, they stopped all the shipments at the border of Canada and the United States. So he had to always go up there and get them. So he lived meagerly forever, and still just, it's just hard to be in a courtroom for him and to watch the same thing happening to other youth.
Well, yeah, because the globalists want globalism, so if a nation develops a cure, they can go in and shut that down. That's right. What the New World Order is all about, eugenics. Have you discovered that in your research?
I have personally, not through the National Health Freedom Coalition, but my personal views on that resonate very much with your radio show. All
right. Well, Diane, you're a wonderful person. Folks can find a link to that law firm at nationalhealthfreedom.org.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all your work.
No, God bless you. Good to have you on with us. Folks, I'm not going to apologize for doing 3.5 hours on CPS today because it's a huge scourge, and I've thought a lot of times about doing whole show specials where we just focus in on one issue. I've done some of those on 9/11 and other things in the past. When I talked to this little girl yesterday, Haley, I'm going to do a news blitz here in a moment and take some calls. I may even go into overdrive today because I got to talk to the law firms. That's another frustration. I can't cover all the evil. I can't even explain all the evil, much less fight it all. I mean, But I'm telling you, it's the system. It's the judges, and it's the government people, and it's the lazy society going along with this. I mean, they put cancer viruses in your vaccines, folks. It's on record. They brag and write books about it. It's real funny to them. And then they got these dumb judges who will die of cancer themselves getting flu shots every year. They're not part of the conspiracy. They just know they get reelected and the foundations give them money And the lobbyists give them money, and they do all this evil. And they kind of spread the risk. They all do a little piece of the evil. They all kind of like they sell derivatives and then triple certify them and have insurance companies certify them, and then they sell those certifications as derivatives. You know, it's like just it's like Enron, a bunch of criminals kind of all plausibly denying what they're doing, and then this goes on. And I mean, I couldn't sleep last night. I'm getting to the point where I can't eat. I'm getting to the point where I can't sleep. I kept waking up because, I mean, I care about these kids. There's nothing more important than families. And they say families yelling at each other, they'll take your kids. That's not against the law. That's what everybody does. Look at the dysfunctional the government is, 1,000,000 times worse. And look, the truth is the truth. When I tell you that when I've gone and confronted CPS and fought them, it's always a bunch of pot-bellied pedophile types, a bunch of Nelly pedophiles. And I'm sick of you bastards. I mean, I hope you go straight to hell. I'm sorry to talk like that for everybody, but I mean, that's what I think, and I'm going to say it. I want to bring you down bad. I mean, I'd give my life to bring you people down. And I don't care what the media does to me. I don't care how I'm attacked. I don't care what goes on. I'm not afraid of any of you, and I'm committed to the end. I'm committed to this, and I'm asking God for providence. I know there's a lot of good people out there. I know there are. There's a lot more than there were in Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm asking God to give me the help and give the listeners the help to fight these people. And even if you don't believe in God, you're some atheist. I mean, is it okay to let the government play in control freak and violate the Bill of Rights and Constitution? Is it bad, too? I mean, is everything bad? You know, live free or die, folks, because there's no point in living as a slave. But if you have the attitude you're ready to die for freedom, then you'll have freedom. But if you cower, you're going to lose it. You know, here I'm telling this family, I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm advising you to stand up and fight these people. And they did the right thing. But most people don't have the courage to do that. And you notice all the lawyers agree with what I told them yesterday. Does that mean it's the perfectly safe course? No, nothing is. I mean, look at this news. Corporate media exploits teen idol to push cyberbullying bill. Kurt Nimmo. I should have talked about this all day, but I had to cover the other. How they're setting up no-fly lists, no gun buy list, no travel list, tracker list, no work list, no credit list, no fly if you've got bad credit. It's all being announced. Reuters is reporting like it's a good thing, making you feel sorry for it. Somebody called teen idol Miley Cyrus, who's some Hannah Montana stupid thing. I haven't really paid attention to it. Some icon that she goes, people call me fat. I want them arrested. And it says, oh, felony charges if you criticize anyone on the internet or free speech. I mean, no more free speech. Forget hate crimes laws. This is just no free speech, period, introduced with Reuters and MTV and Disney and everybody promoting it. I mean, it's happening. Oh, got to get that out to people. Government critics to be sent to mental asylums. This is being reported on. And this is out of England. The government has established a secretive new police unit with the power to detain anyone any length of time without any due process. A shadowy unit called Fixated Threat Assessment Center, FTAC, was covertly established in 2006. The unit includes the services of police psychiatrist. Because, see, then it's all this craziness. We say you're mentally ill. You're going away after we drug you for a few years. They did that to that doctor in Kansas City, remember, who was criticizing the government, so they grabbed him. I think 9 years later, they're still forcibly drugging him with antipsychotics. He's like a vegetable now. No judge, no jury, no arrest. Why? For one good reason, and one good reason only. Psychiatrists operate above the law. They can detain anyone at any time for any... See, they're the new priesthood. Well, we'll do a news blitz, maybe jam in a few calls. Richard in Australia, Stephen in Texas, others. This is all out of control.
Did you know many vitamin and mineral supplements on the market are made from rocks and ground up shells? Think about that. Would you swallow a handful of shells you found at the beach? Our body wasn't designed to digest rocks and shells. Hello, my name is Dr. David Friedman, formulator of Choose for Health, a delicious-tasting chewable dietary supplement derived from 16 fruits, vegetables, and antioxidants. Unlike hard-to-digest pills, Choose for Health is a convenient chewable which allows for better digestion. The choice is yours. Swallow rocks and shells to supplement your diet or a natural chewable product you can better digest. Choose for Health. the world's first superfruit, sea vegetable, antioxidant chewable. Whole food nutrition, not rocks and shells. 1-800-210-1922. Call now and receive a free copy of my best-selling CD, America's Unbalanced Diet. 1-800